Okay, so right here you're doing the 8-day cleanse. Depending upon which doctor you see, there may be some variations in your instructions, but as I go through this, I'm going to do my best to be as clear as possible to address some of those variations. However, you should have received a packet that looks just like this. This is going to be a 6-page packet that's going to be more instructional than it is informative, but I'm going to do my best to go through this so you have a better understanding of what to expect from the cleanse and what we can expect from you. The first portion of this cleanse packet is going to be explaining the benefits of doing the cleanse. So everything from improved nutritional absorption to the elimination of allergens, both food and environmental, but primarily your symptomology is going to be used as a diagnostic tool. That's going to be the main key to the cleanse. So what you're feeling as you're detoxing will be documented and followed up and reviewed by the doctor at the end of your cleanse to have a better understanding of where some of your health concerns are stemming from, which will then help your doctor streamline a subsequent treatment protocol. The second half of your packet will go into explaining the main supplements that are on your cleanse. This is where some of the variations may be, but you should receive a protein powder, a digestive enzyme, a form of aloe, pH strips, mineral, an anti-parasitic, and sometimes a probiotic. Again, there may be some additional supplements or some less depending upon your health needs and the doctor's preferences, but this is going to be the main portion of your cleanse. So we're going to work with what we have here. So if you go ahead and flip to page 2 of your packet, that's going to be a continuation of your supplements. Again, it should be going over your aloe fiber, which generally is not listed on the cleanse, and then additional supplements, which will be found on page 5 of your packet. If you follow through the recommended diet on the second page of your cleanse, that's going to be going over everything that I'm going to be discussing with you just in a bullet point form. So we can go ahead and skip past this for right now, but please go through and read that section as there's going to be some additional information that I won't be touching on. At the bottom portion of your second page of your packet, there's going to be the patient detox diary. That's going to be going over with you how to fill out your patient detox diary, which is located at the very back of your packet, which is a self-explanatory checklist of your symptomology. Please read through that section and so you have some better tips and tricks on how to fill that out as to why it's also important. But I'll be going over with you how to fill that out with you and some suggestions on how to do that as well when we get a little closer to the end of the packet. If you would please flip to page 3 of your packet. This is going to be your possible problems, symptoms, and solutions page. Everybody's biochemistry is a little bit different, so we can't really anticipate exactly what you're going to be feeling or when you're going to be feeling it, but we can kind of plan for the worst, hope for the best kind of a thing. Generally, symptoms do peak around days 3 through 4, but you can experience symptoms anywhere between days 2 into day 5. On the more mild end of the spectrum, your symptoms can be pretty standard. A lot of complaints that patients generally come in with. So maybe some fatigue, some irritability, brain fog, mild GI distress are all pretty common. On the more severe side of the spectrum, you're looking at body aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, fever, all of which we associate with your body having a good response to the cleanse and you're detoxing. So this is a little bit of a tough love cleanse. So if you can avoid taking over-the-counter pain medications, we do encourage avoiding doing that as much as possible. That being said, if you are experiencing symptoms and you're looking for ways to help alleviate some of those symptoms, page 3 is going to be a reference page for you. This page is also going to help you identify what it is you're experiencing, and then it's going to give you those suggestions on how to help alleviate those symptoms naturally. So please familiarize yourself with this page prior to getting started so that way you have a heads up on what you may need to keep your symptoms under control, as we will not be providing you with everything that's listed on this page because we can't anticipate exactly what it is you're going to be feeling. So use that page. Okay, fantastic. Great. We're going to jump to page 4. This page is going to go over a couple of things worth mentioning. First is going to be your urine testing. This is going to include the pH paper, which we will be providing you. You're going to be testing your first morning's urine's pH. What we mean by that is if you get up at 5 a.m. and you use the restroom, go back to bed, get up at 7 a.m. and use the restroom, we want the 7 a.m. urine. Please tear off a strip. collect your urine towards the end of the urine stream, dip it in, remove the paper immediately. The paper will change color, which will depict the pH. The color of the pH will be depicted on the color from your urine. Please document the pH number in the back of your patient detox diary and throw the paper away. The fluctuation of your urine's pH is going to be very valuable information. It's going to determine whether or not you're showing signs of heavy metal toxicity or fermentation, which is indicative of a slow digestive process. However, it's a very simple step to get some really valuable information about what it is you're detoxing from again. So your doctor will be following up with that and interpreting that at the end of your cleanse, which we will discuss here in just a second about your follow-up appointment. Additional therapies that may be beneficial for you to include during your cleanse would be a colonic hydrotherapy, which is recommended for anybody who struggles with constipation. And we recommend doing that the first 3 days of your cleanse. That way we can ensure that you won't be constipated, as eliminating is very important during your cleanse, but to also ensure that we're going to be eradicating a lot of those toxins throughout the digestive tract. In the event that you don't eliminate appropriately, that can be very harmful and your body's going to reabsorb those toxins. So just be mindful, and you know your body best, and take that into consideration. Also, lymphatic massage that may be beneficial for you if you experience any lymph issues or drainage issues. Again, help with the detoxifying process while you're going through your cleanse, all of which just to take into consideration. Your follow-up appointment will need to be scheduled with the doctor who has recommended the cleanse for you as close to the end of your cleanse as possible. So day 7, 8, or 9 is ideal. And this is equally as important as the doctor's putting you on the cleanse to get some information about your health and also to help you feel better yourself. But your symptomology will be interpreted by the doctor again to help determine and formulate subsequent treatment protocols for you, but also coming off of the cleanse in itself is very important. We want to make sure that you have the tools to ease off of the cleanse, because this is going to be a little bit more of a lifestyle change. We don't want you jumping right back into your old eating habits or lifestyle habits, as that can be very harmful to your body and very uncomfortable. So we want to make sure that you ease off of this and transition out of this cleanse appropriately, and so that way you're comfortable, but to also allow you the benefit of being able to know what sensitivities you may have, as this is kind of very similar to a fast track elimination diet. And so you have the benefit of being very hyper aware to have a better understanding of how your body responds to those foods that you may not have realized that you were sensitive to. So take it slow, ease off of the cleanse, and allow the doctor to give you those tools to do that appropriately. So you want to schedule, again, your follow-up appointment day 7, 8, or 9 of your cleanse with the physician who has recommended that for you. Wonderful. So flip to the next page, which is going to be page 5. This is going to be your 8-day nutritional cleansing supplement program. This is going to be the supplements that you're going to be taking on the cleanse, and this is where some of the variations can come into play, and I will try and address those. But going in order, you should be on your protein powder, which is generally going to look like this. This is the OptiCleanse GHI. This is your source of protein throughout the duration of the cleanse. You're going to do 1 scoop in water as needed, but a minimum of 3 times a day. So basically you're going to be doing 1 scoop of this with each meal, or however that breaks down, but if you're feeling hungry between meals, please feel free to have more. Also read through your packet for some serving suggestions. You can add ice and cinnamon to this for some variations in flavor if you would like. Okay, so again, 1 scoop in water as needed, but a minimum of 3 times a day. The next supplement, which is going to be one of the main detox or elements to your detox, is going to be the cleanzyme or a digestive enzyme. There may be variations of this, could be biozyme, zymozyme, but cleanzyme is the main one that we use, so I will be using this as a reference, and the instructions, regardless of your digestive enzyme, will be the same. So because you are eliminating animal protein from your cleanse, and you are ingesting a pre-digested protein, the enzymes themselves are able to work in a unique way. So because you are eliminating animal protein, you're taking a high intake of digestive enzymes. The enzymes are then able to go in and break down the accumulated material throughout the digestive tract. And then by loosening up the accumulated material throughout the digestive tract, you're able to prepare your body for your high intake of vegetables, which I'll go over with you in just a second, to act as a chimney sweep, to sweep the intestinal lining to help with improved nutritional absorption, as well as eliminating both the food and environmental allergens. So that's where the main source of your detox is going to come from, is these digestive enzymes through your intestinal tract. The next supplement on your program should be your aloe. You will be receiving one of 2 aloes. You're looking either at the Lily of the Desert, which is a whole leaf aloe juice. This is not a concentrate, or the Aloe 7000, which is a whole leaf aloe juice concentrate, which will need to be diluted from a 1-to-2 ratio. The instructions can be found at the bottom of your packet on page 5 for, again, a specification on how to dilute this product. Both need to be refrigerated after they've been opened, so please be mindful of that as you're going through your 8 days. But basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking a mouthful of each mixture, diluted or undiluted, depending upon which one you get, swishing for 2 minutes, regardless of taste, and swallow after every meal or after every larger meal throughout the day, but a minimum of 3 times a day. Also, between meals, if you're experiencing sugar cravings, you will do this again. Swish a mouthful for 2 minutes and then swallow. This is going to do a variety of things. It is going to aid in digestion, but it's primarily going to be killing off the candida and yeast overgrowth that many of us have throughout our digestive tract. That die-off that many of us taste, or that bitterness that many of us taste, is actually the die-off of the organisms that are living in our mouths. So it's a sign that this is working. The more you do this, the better it will taste. The better it will taste, that means that you're getting rid of those organisms living out through your digestive tract. In addition to aiding in digestion, this will help with preventing upper respiratory infections. As we detox, the organisms in our body are dying off. Those die-offs are releasing gases. Those gases are naturally going to rise. They can get trapped in our lung cavity, causing upper respiratory infections. This will help suppress those gases to help prevent upper respiratory infections. So despite how wonderful it may not taste, please be sure to follow through with this step in your cleanse. This is very important. Next is going to be your pH paper that's listed there, which we had touched on, so please just reference page 4 for additional instructions. But it's going to be your first morning's urine's pH, preferably after the sun has risen, towards the end of your urine stream. Please throw away the strip after you have used it, but be sure to document the pH number on the back of your patient detox diary. Wonderful. Next is going to be a mineral. You may get a combination of minerals or one or the other, but generally it's either going to be Kona Gold or a liquid multi-mineral complex by Longevity. Both of these are just going to aid in maintaining your body's electrical system operating appropriately, so that way it's going to help you just function better. So make sure your energy is up. It's going to help with any muscle tension. It's going to help with water absorption. So this is going to be doing a lot of things for your body. So you're either going to be doing the Kona Gold 2 caps with every meal. 2 caps 3 times a day, but 2 caps with every meal. Or you're going to be doing 1 capful twice a day with the liquid mineral. So it's generally 1 cap in the morning, 1 cap in the afternoon. This tends to be a little bit bitter. You are welcome to do a little bit of lemon water to try and cut that bitterness. Otherwise, you can throw it in a shake if that works for you. Otherwise, if you want to just take a little shot right out of the cap, that's an option for you as well. But you'll find what works best. You will need to refrigerate this once it's been opened, so please be mindful of that as well. Next and almost last is going to be the parasite. Oftentimes people come in with either parasites or microbes that are living out throughout their digestive tract that need to be addressed. This could be mold, could be yeast, fungus, candida, a variety or a combination, parasites. So you're going to be getting one of 2 things. It's either going to be Paragon, which is a broad spectrum anti-parasitic herbal blend, or you're going to be getting Wormwood, which is primarily black walnut. Both of these are going to be addressing parasites. So you're going to want to treat these like an antibiotic. So again, it's going to be 2 with the main meals of your day, or two capsules with every meal. You want to finish these bottles until completed. So make sure to continue taking these even after your cleanse until the bottle is gone. That's very important. And if that is not the last thing on your list, we will be moving to oftentimes a probiotic. So generally, your doctors will be providing you a probiotic to help restore and maintain your gut flora as you are detoxing. This one in particular is called NutriFlora. It does not need to be refrigerated, as many of our box probiotics do not, which is very convenient. You'll be taking one first thing in the morning and one right before you go to bed. This allows an opportunity for you to take a probiotic with an unobstructed intestinal integrity to really allow those cultures to reculture more or less your intestinal lining. So that will last you 16 capsules throughout the 8 days of your cleanse. Please reference the bottom portion of your page 5. Again, this is going to offer some additional explanation on how to take your aloe, as well as some additional suggestions on how you can use the other products as well. And if you have forgotten to take anything, it'll clarify what steps need to be taken if you've forgotten to take one of your products. Okay, so please read your packet thoroughly. We're going to be flipping to page 6, and this is going to go over your diet. This page will also have some variations depending upon which doctor has placed you on the cleanse. I will start with the standard recommended diet for your 8 days. Days 1 through 4, you will be implementing a diet of cruciferous vegetables, which is a fancy word for crunchy and not sweet. I do recommend looking that up, as what is listed here in your packet isn't quite as long as the list that's available to you online. So the online version or the online list will give you a lot more variety in the options that you are allowed. So cruciferous vegetables, raw or steamed, is the best way to eat them. If you are going to be cooking with them, please do not cook with your oils. Please only cook with your water, and just enough to heat them through, as you want to maintain that nutritional value in your vegetables. You are allowed oils, so 6 tablespoons of oils per day. That's going to be 2 tablespoons per meal. Doesn't really matter how you get your oils in your body, as long as you get 6 tablespoons a day. I personally like to put 2 tablespoons of the more neutral oils, like avocado oil or sunflower oil, into my protein shakes. I find that helps keep me feeling satiated a little bit longer, and is just really energizes me throughout the day. But you can put them on top of your cooked foods. You can make them as salad dressings, put them into your shake, drink them straight from the bottle, as long as you're ingesting your oils raw, and it is a cold or expeller press and organic oil. So just make sure that you're buying quality oils, as some of them can be processed with pesticides or chemicals that can be more harmful to your body. So make sure you're getting a good quality oil. The purpose of your oil is to feed and fuel your body. Our brains are 70% fat. Every cell in our body has a fat membrane, and if we're not hydrating our bodies with healthy fats, we're not going to be operating optimally. So these oils are going to help with cognition, energy, brain function, cellular restoration, metabolism, kind of all across the board. This is going to be making your body feel better. So be sure to stick with your oils and be getting plenty of oils throughout the day. Your spices. We've got a variety of spices to be working with. One thing that is not listed here is fresh ginger, but other than that, please stick with what is listed here, as there are some spices out there that can cause some systemic inflammation. Our goal is to reduce as many burdens on the body as possible. So you do have a variety of spices here to keep things exciting, but please, again, stick with what's listed here, as you don't want to cause any irritation to your body. There is a recommended olive oil salad dressing recipe that's really fantastic and is a really healthy way to get those oils into your body. I do recommend making that in advance, having that on hand, so that way when you're going through your cleanse, you may have something to dip your vegetables in throughout the day. Otherwise, if you want to just make that for your salads, it's just a really yummy way to get those oils again into your body. Next, it'll be going over your recommended teas and water intake. So we want you to be drinking plenty of water, half your weight in ounces of water per day. This is really going to help with the detox process, making sure that you're eradicating all those toxins from your body and just staying really hydrated, which is really important during this cleanse. You can have non-sweet herbal teas. I get questions a lot about green teas and non-caffeinated teas. Please avoid caffeine during this cleanse, and I do recommend staying away from decaffeinated teas, as it's just another step or processing step. So if you can stick with the non-herbal blends, that would be ideal. But use your discretion to the best of your ability. So that's going to be days 1 through 4. Starting day 5, you can add a grain. You can add either amaranth, quinoa, millet, or buckwheat. Cook until chewy, neither soggy nor crunchy. So you can choose one of the 4 to implement into your cleanse on days 5 and 6. So choose from one of the 4 on either day. Days 7 and 8, you can then introduce a brown or wild rice, one or the other, and this is going to help determine whether or not you have a grain sensitivity. A lot of times we are over grains, so we want to see if you have any kind of reaction to the grains that we're implementing into your body. So again, it's just valuable information to see how your body reacts to any of these grains, if at all. And then to, again, slowly introduce different types of food back into your body. So that there is a well thought out process as to why we're implementing these grains into your cleanse. But that's going to be the first 4 days, and then days 5 through 8, you will be able to add a grain. So please follow those instructions appropriately. The modified version of this cleanse, depending upon the doctor, is to eliminate grains altogether. This has become very popular here at our center, and if you've received a cleanse that says no grains, you will be doing days 1 through 4, days 1 through 8, meaning that you'll be doing the vegetables, oils, and spices days 1 through 8, and you will be eliminating grains altogether. So if you do have that, we will note that for your packet to make sure that there's consistencies for your instructions, but just note that this may be a variation for you on your cleanse. If you take a look at page 6 on your recommended diet page, on the right-hand side of the page is your taboo foods. These are the foods and food groups for you to avoid throughout the duration of your cleanse, so please familiarize yourself with that side of the page before you get started, as there are things on there that may not be associated with things to avoid during the cleanse. Things like nuts, seeds, vinegars, avocado, caffeine, alcohol, oats, anything like that. So just, again, familiarize yourself to make sure that there's nothing that you're purchasing that may interfere with your cleanse. And last but not least, I would like to flip to page 6. I'll give you a little bit of a visual here. This is going to be your patient detox diary. I'm going to take 1 second and move these to the side so you can get a better view. The patient detox diary, as I had mentioned, is a self-explanatory checklist of your symptomology. You will be filling this out days 1 through 8. Everything you've eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the sides here. And then you'll be filling out your symptomology throughout the grid on this packet. This will give your doctor a visual interpretation of your symptoms, so they have kind of a mapping of what you've been through, again, to help them identify where some of your health concerns are stemming from, and then they'll use this information to streamline subsequent treatment protocols for you. The more information you provide is better, and it's also helpful to indicate what time of day you experience your symptoms, as if you experience nausea in the morning versus nausea in the evening, that could indicate a different type of detox, so meaning that you might be detoxing from something specific. So please indicate as much information on this as possible and bring this in with you at your follow-up appointment for your doctor to review, and then they will go over this and help you understand, again, give you a better insight as to where some of your health concerns are stemming from, and then again, get you started on the next step of your treatment. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the center, 760-632-9042. You can reach me at extension 104. Good luck. Have a great day.